We submitted a growth plan to the Transport Minister on the 7th of March. It would commit us to growing our traffic on the island of Ireland from 20 million to 30 million passengers over the next 6 years to 2030. We have the aircraft orders that would be able to facilitate that. As part of that, Dublin would grow from 16 million to 20 million passengers, so about 20% growth. Cork would grow from 2 million passengers to 4.5 million, more than 100% growth. Shannon would grow from 1.3 to 3 million, more than 100% growth. The number of based aircraft in Cork would grow from 3 to 7. The based aircraft in Shannon would grow from 3 to 6. But the difficulty is none of that growth is possible unless we can also deliver that growth in Dublin. About between 60 and 65% of our traffic in Dublin is inbound. So it is visitors coming to this country. The competitor for them is not people are sitting abroad. Will I go to Dublin for the weekend or for the stag or my hen or for whatever? Will I go to Shannon and Cork? It's will I go to Dublin or will I go to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Kaunas, Vilnius, Tallinn, Prague. So the competition is not between Dublin, Cork and Shannon. It's getting them on the island of Ireland or losing to Scotland, to the Baltic states or to some other exciting destination in Central and Eastern Europe. We believe if we can continue to grow dramatically in Dublin, we know that, for example, of that 65% of inbound, 10, 15, 20% of those will travel outside of Dublin, will go around the country playing golf, visiting Wild Atlantic Way, which has been incredibly successful development. I'd like to think it was pioneered by a Ryanair executive when he was chairman of Fáilte Ireland. We can get, as long as we get more people on the island, we can build outbound traffic. You can come into Dublin and go out from Cork or Shannon, and we might be able to also bring new routes into Cork and Shannon, and you can go back out of Dublin. So we need to have growth overall in the overall architecture. It is not a question of can we grow in Dublin, well, why don't you just move them to Cork and Shannon? Because 65% don't want to go to Cork and Shannon. We can encourage more of them to use Cork and Shannon, but only if we can get them into Dublin first. And that if you don't, and you cap Dublin Airport, we've already, as Jason said out earlier today, three aircraft planned to go in Dublin this summer, 16 new routes planned, and all of those aircraft and those routes have now gone to southern Italy and Poland. For no reason other than the IAA, we couldn't get additional slots to base those aircraft here. And we want to base more aircraft here in Dublin and in Cork and in Shannon. We think Ireland can continue to grow on an all-Ireland basis, but you can't do that unless we can have growth at Dublin Airport as well. And disappointingly, we made that submission to the Transport Minister on the 7th of March, and we still haven't had a reply from him 2.5 months later.